music, monsieur, she come from l'intérieur, from inside. The music, she start here. She come out through here. Then perhaps, she can go here.
Hi, my name is Simbad. I make music and I DJ, and luckily I live from it. And I've worked with different people, recorded under different names, and this is my studio. Welcome. I'm a musician first, you know, I mean, that's how I started. I started playing horns, saxophone, and switched to keys and a bit of drums. So that's where I come from. I mean, I love it first. You know, it's hard for me to keep away from making music for a few days. First of all, like sometimes you hear stuff, sometimes you get inspired by sound that you have. You know, sometimes you know exactly, you have the lyrics, a tune or something, you know exactly, you know, you imagine it basically, or you hear it already. And sometimes you have something and you work with someone like a singer, and you know, it takes another level or a different direction, and then you're like, wow, okay, yeah, we can go there.
So what tune are you taking apart tonight?
An old tune called Soul Fever.
Volume-wise, when you work, you can get really carried away by the excitement of your music, so you're starting to work loud and louder and louder, and actually you get your ears tired, and sometimes the damage can be, you know, irretrievable. It's basically good to work on a volume that is kind of low, even to mix down sometimes. If you start low and you can hear everything in your mix in a low volume, you're going to have a good mix down, basically.
I actually like playing the instruments, like, you know, or chords, or finding progressions that are exciting. And I think, you know, when you use, for me, analog synths is still organic, you know what I mean?
This is the sub bass that I did on my Prophet 600. And as you see, there's no compression, there's nothing. And that's the thing, sometimes when you start with the secret sometimes is actually to, secret, I don't know if it's a secret, but it's actually to start with a good sound so that you won't have to EQ it. So yeah, if you start with a good sound, especially all these analog synths, they sound so great that you don't need to EQ much of it. It will come out naturally in the mix.
I actually listen very careful to some producers, the way they mix down. You know, I find it fascinating sometimes. You know, guys like, I don't know, Jazz, Charles Webster, electronic producer. I mean, there's loads of guys, but sometimes I'm like, I'm blown away by the way they have this spectrum of frequencies and the way they make it sound. It's good actually to come out from your studio with a tune and play it somewhere else. That's what CDR is great for, actually.
So take us, so I guess let's get back to the kind of the way you work, so to speak. So you start with a beat, with this particular remix, you start with a beat first, and I guess the bass. And I guess with the analog things, you just play them in live. Right?
Yeah,
yeah.
That's right.
And then you just worked with the audio, find the best bits, I guess?
Chop it.
Yeah, cool, okay. And then at that point, did you then introduce the vocal?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I can feel inside.
You can hear actually a hum in the vocal.
No, we can't hear a hum. What is the hum?
You can hear the bass frequency.
And was that important to you to have that in the actual blend?
You know what, I just left it, but usually it's good to take out minus 80 hertz from vocals, because you don't need that frequency in the vocals.
CDR is actually great because it blends a lot of people together, you know, from different backgrounds, musically or otherwise. So it's a good platform for people that are, you know, want to kind of go somewhere with the music and they're not sure, you know, what to do, where to go, so they meet other people. I met some singers at CDRs and did tracks with them, and you know, you meet all kind of people, of friends. It's a family thing at the end of the day. So yeah, big up CDR.
Suddenly choose whether to run I refuse. I gotta chase this illusion, ride away my mood, make me a mission.